a line, I'll get a pole, honey. You get a line, I'll get a pole, babe. You get a line, I'll get a pole. We'll go down to the Crawdad hole, honey, oh baby mine. Ever hear that before? First time I heard that song, I think I heard it on the Andy Griffith Show. It was in reruns then. Let's sing it together. You get a line, I'll get a pole, honey. You get a line, I'll get a pole, babe. Yeah. You get a line, I'll get a pole. We'll go down to the Crawdad hole, honey, oh baby mine. It's actually quite an interesting song. It's the story of a black man in the South trying to get something to eat. Pretty serious subject when you think about it. Some people say that it's really got nothing to do with crawdads at all, but let's sing it together. You get a line, I'll get a pole, honey. You get a line, I'll get a pole, babe. You get a line and I'll get a pole. We'll go down to the Crawdad hole, honey, oh baby mine. Well, yonder come a man with a sack on his back, honey. Yonder come a man with a sack on his back, babe. Yonder come a man with a sack on his back. He's got all the crawdads he can pack, honey, oh baby mine. Sing it now. You get a line, I'll get a pole, honey, honey. You get a line, I'll get a pole, babe. You get a line, I'll get a pole. We'll go down to the Crawdad hole, honey, oh baby mine. Now what you gonna do when the creek runs dry, honey? What you gonna do when the creek runs dry, babe? What you gonna do when the creek runs dry? Gonna sit on the banks, have a big stir fry, honey, oh baby mine. One more time, sing it out now. You get a line, I'll get a pole, honey. You get a line, I'll get a pole, babe. You get a line, I'll get a pole. We'll go down to the Crawdad hole, honey, oh baby mine. My friends and I, when we watched that on the Andy Griffith Show and heard the Crawdad song for the first time, we thought it was the silliest thing we'd ever heard. Of course, we didn't really know what a crawdad was. We grew up in the city. We knew what rats were. Anyway, a little bit after that, our family moved to the suburbs, and a guy, an older brother of a friend of mine, he was really knowledgeable about a lot of things. He played guitar, and he wound up showing me and my friends our first chords, and he was always playing records for us of people he thought we should listen to. We heard Bessie Smith sing blues, and first heard Leadbelly at his house, and then he put on a record of a guy named Woody Guthrie. And the first time I heard Woody Guthrie sing on that record, I thought for sure it was just another Bob Dylan imitator. But anyway, this is what Woody sang. Pittsburgh town's a smoky old town, Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh town's a smoky old town, Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh town's a smoky old town, all the way from McKeesport down in Pittsburgh. Lord God, in Pittsburgh, all I do is cough and choke in Pittsburgh. All I do is is cough and choke in Pittsburgh. All I do is cough and choke from the iron filings and the sulfur smoke in Pittsburgh. Lord God, in Pittsburgh. From the Allegheny to the Ohio in Pittsburgh. From the Allegheny to the Ohio in Pittsburgh. From the Allegheny to the Ohio, they're joining up with the CIO in Pittsburgh. Lord God, in Pittsburgh. CIO, the Congress of Industrial Organizations. When I heard that song, I thought, wait a minute, that's the Crawdad hole with new words. Well, Woody knew a good tune when he heard one. And he also knew that steel workers weren't interested in crawdads. They're interested in wages, conditions, health care. But it got me thinking about how folk songs move around and change form and are adapted to new situations by new people. And well, I knew where Woody got his idea for the Pittsburgh song. He got it from the Crawdad hole. I wanted to know where the guy who made up the Crawdad song got his idea. And so I went down to a place called the Old Town School of Folk Music. My friend and I took the train all the way into the city, and we looked around and finally found it. And they had this little room, they called it the Resource Center. And by then I knew people who had bigger walk-in closets, but the Resource Center was just crammed with books and recordings. And we looked around till we found a song that was older than the Crawdad song. It goes something like this. Now Mama don't allow no music playing around here. Mama don't allow no music playing around here. We don't care what Mama don't allow, gonna play our music anyhow. Mama don't allow no music playing around here. But I was still curious, friends. I wanted to know where the guy who made Mama Don't Allow got his idea. And I think I found the answer in an old British Isles folk song. I remember my grandpa used to sing it to my brothers and I when we were just children, and perhaps you have a similar memory. It goes like this. Mr. Froggy went a-courtin' and he did ride, Mr. Froggy went a-courtin' and he did ride, Mr. Froggy went a-courtin' and he did ride with a sword and a pistol by his side. He went up to Miss Mousie's door in Pittsburgh. He went up to Miss Mousie's door in Pittsburgh. Now he didn't care what Mama don't allow. He got Miss Mousie anyhow. Honey,